Welcome friends, it's Wednesday's Why. Maybe just a little bit late, life happens. So I did something really stupid and like in life, we all do things that just are a little off center. So what I did is a lot of times in order to save time, I cook food and then freeze it, and then I can use it on soups and salads and things like that. So we had a big turkey dinner, and so I cut it up and froze it so that I could do it for later. And so I decided, okay, I want to have that. I think it was in some soup. And so I took the turkey out of the freezer and I put it on the counter so it can defrost. What I didn't count on is that turkey defrosts quicker than chicken. I'm used to eating just chicken. And so sure enough, sitting on the counter just long enough, it got some E. coli. So I put it in soup and I got, I didn't get sick or anything, but I just had some really strange symptoms. And so it really, we always say, toxins make you stupid. Well, having bacteria like that will impact your brain. And so it made me just not be able to think through a lot of things and caused some symptoms. And so I had a hard time, dealing with that. So, like I said, toxins make you stupid. So therefore, a little bit later, I had some chicken. And so sure enough that I had fasted all day, maybe trying to get everything to clear out and get better. And so the first meal I had was some chicken. What I didn't realize is that particular chicken came from my son's dorm room. And so he had it kind of going back and forth and had defrosted a little bit. And so it didn't taste very fresh kind of thing, but I'm like, yeah, but I forgot to test it. And so sure enough, it also had bacteria on it or some mold. And so therefore it wasn't good for me. So it's just kind of adding another layer to both these intestines and your microbiome and your mucosal lining and not making that a very good functioning place. And I did it twice. So it's kind of like by the second time, I'm like, okay, I think I have a problem. I can see where it's coming from. And again, toxins make you stupid. So therefore, I also ate some gluten-free brownies that me and my son made, and it was a little bit over expired. And so therefore, it just wasn't fresh. And so the body didn't like that either. So just the whole microbiome was just not happy with me. And like I said, toxins makes you stupid. And so you can't think through a lot of times the proper way to do things and what's happening and things like that. So I really had to work on rebuilding up my microbiome, rebuild back my mucosal lining from it having all that issues with it. And it took about 3 weeks to kind of really take the right herbs, work on the work that I do, figure out where the problem was coming from, because this is like over a period of time. And I'm just so grateful that I have the quantum healing and the quantum techniques to be able to figure out where the problem was coming from. Because if I didn't know how to test foods and know where to look, okay, what's the terrain change? What have I done different to create these symptoms? I would have no clue where to start. And so you just feel like you're just kind of, your brain's going crazy. You don't know what to do. You have all these symptoms and you can start doing different modalities that could really hurt you. And so that's what I just love about what I do. Finding out, okay, what is it that's causing the problem and what I can do about it. And I'm just so grateful for that. I just want to share that with so many people to finally have you give answers, because going through that, if I didn't have that, I can't imagine what it would be like. So what's also interesting is that sometimes your body has to be very specific. So the reason it took a long time is because not did I just have one turkey with one E. coli, I had 5 different strains. And so I had to be very specific with the body, say, okay, I had this piece of turkey and how many strains of this did I have? And when I had 5, when I figured that out, then what the body can see, it can heal. And so you have to identify it to the body and then it can move on. So sometimes you just have to be real specific on what virus and bacteria that you're having to deal with so that it can move on. So I'm Jody Colegrove, and I help you discover, what are those answers? What is that the root cause of your symptoms and you not feeling well? So then you can finally have answers. Oh, okay, this is what's causing it. Great, now I have clarity to be able to go in the direction I need to go, to not eat that, take this, help this get better. And that way you can live in peace, kind of saying, okay, I know what's going on. I know I can fix this. You have energy to be able to do it. So then you're headed in the right direction, getting back that health you want and not living all those wonderful symptoms that you don't like and that are really hurting you, so you can get back the health you want. So I don't want you to have to just be in, I don't know what's going on, I think I'm going nuts, and suffering with the symptoms, from digestion to microbiome to brain fog, all those things that come with encountering toxins that can really impact you. And so there are answers out there to help you get well. And I want to help you know how to find those answers, because it hurts when I see so many people suffering, and it's so easy just to find out what the answer is and what you need to do. So I want to connect. So I have a Facebook group, and it's a Holistic Health for Christians. It's Tapping Toxins and Trauma. So would love to work with you and have you join our group so that you can learn more about these great ideas. All right, well, blessings, and I hope you have a great rest of the week.